Hi guys, and today we're going to be doing chemistry revision.
Live. So guys, you get the joys of having Imogen for the whole of this live, and she's going to do chemistry revision with you. So I'll let Imogen take over because I'm editing.
Editing what? Downstairs?
Yeah.
Can you not turn the camera around so it faces me, or is it better quality that way?
It's better quality this way.
I don't know. I'll put it on there so I can see it.
Yeah, if I put it there.
Do you want to lean it here? I'll see, I'll go on YouTube and see how it's set.
Have you not got something you can stand it on?
Oh, finally. There. You can get Pringle boxes if you want.
Pringle boxes. Yeah, guys. The whole new thing of standing your phone on is a Pringle box.
It doesn't even say live on it. Why are you not live?
Portia, you'll have to sit over and you'll have to read the comments so she can answer them.
It doesn't say that you're live on it.
I've got my phone. Yeah, it does. It says it for me.
It's not saying it for me.
No.
Shut your finger down and then reset back up.
Boom. There we go. Look at me. Okay. Do you want to hold the...
That's a great view. Just all your dirty washing in the background.
Sorry, I've just got out. I've just got out the hot tub.
You need this. Right, I could put it there so it's on you like that.
I know, but then you...
I need to stand it up though. I need something to lean it on.
Pringle box.
Pringle box will stand on there.
And get that soup cream.
Super crap.
Get something heavy.
Pass that, Portia.
That won't hold that up.
You hold it in.
It will.
A heavy razor.
Do you want to put it in?
I can't see it then, no, can I?
Just give me that.
Right,
Portia.
Mum. No, put it there and see how
That's
it goes.
Oh. No, because you... Oh, you mean you can see it up there?
Yeah, like that. I'll stick that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay, let me read the comments and I'll get to it. Good luck for tomorrow. I'm sitting it as well. Good luck as well, Connor. I have a chemistry exam tomorrow. Good luck, Chelsea. Hi, Sarah and Jean. Hi, Jan. Alright, yeah, thanks.
Remember that's going to die, so I put the charger on it.
Oh yeah, can you pass me my portable charger? Oh, I've got it on. Got my phone on. I'll go through the comments and then I'll start with the revision. Good luck, Imogen. Thanks, Laura. What is that? Is it Laura? Yeah, I'm gonna guess it is. Good evening, Arfam. Hope you're having a lovely evening. I am. Thank you. Hey everyone. Hi, it's just me. How is your beautiful family doing? It's going great. Hi Sarah, Dave, and hello from Ireland. Sarah and Dave, well, Mum and Stepdad. Dave's at the office and Mum's downstairs editing. Good luck, Imogen. Thanks. Hope I'm not the only blue person Yep, you are the only blue person. Okie dokie. So, if you are doing chemistry, I've got this sheet, which is on this side. Let me just see. And this. We're also going to be working, I keep looking at that because I'm just watching myself do it. got my chemistry revision guide and chemistry paper 1. So if you're doing foundation, I am doing foundation. So if you're doing Excel, it could be alright for you, but probably not the best, as you learn some stuff but you won't know all your content, especially if you're higher or Excel. Because I'm only doing up to grade 5, you're doing up to grade 9, and I'm not, so. So, if you do have a revision guide or combined science, why are you looking at me like that? If you have got a revision guide of combined science, it starts on page 96 till page 136. So I'm probably not going to go through it all tonight because it's long. Can't be doing that. And I've not been getting any sleep because obviously I've had an English exam today, which, as if any of you have seen on Facebook or anything like that, we got the questions of Macbeth and Scrooge. If you know, there's loads of papers, and I did Macbeth and A Christmas Carol. So both Macbeth and Scrooge came up on the paper, which was basically one of the easiest things that you can do because they're the main characters. So we were probably one of the luckiest years, and I'm grateful for AQA. I will actually get on my knees and thank AQA. Hopefully it's the same for literature paper 2 on Thursday because we've got inspector calls and
Tomorrow.
poetry. No, next week on Thursday. A week tomorrow. So let's get to it. Hello, hi Diamond. Geez, all that work. Good luck, Imogen. I hope all goes well for you. Thanks, Maxine. Hope you do well. Thanks, Diamond Pro 200. Good luck, Imogen. You are a star. Thanks, Carol. I don't get how people study so late. Sleep is key to success. I know, I agree with you, but because I've been waking up. I've been so dizzy and tired, but gotta do it. Where are you from?
What area are you from?
I know. I'm just secret jokes. I'm from Manor. Jokes. I'm from Manchester. Sorry for my long name. It's my gaming name, lol. It's fine. Dylan McBennett. Hi, mate. My photography buddy. Simply Olivia. What time have you been going to bed? You don't even want to know. About like
I fell
10.
asleep.
Last night was like 11. It's alright for me. Not as good as it should. I'm doing AQA Combined Science Foundation. Good luck then. Hi, Alice. Okay. Right. I need paper.
You probs know me. Olivia.
Yeah, I know Olivia. She sits in the science area where I revise. Of course I know you, Olivia. I'm literally just going to go over ionic bonding. Electronic compounds. Simple covalent. Metallic bonding. Alloys. So to get all your revision stuff out. So I'm going to start off with atoms because obviously they're like the easiest things you could do. Jokes or not. Just going to ask us about bonding. Say hello to your family for me. I will do, Carol. Good luck, babe. Thanks, Alice. Good luck, Imogen. I love doing school. Really did. Bless your heart. I know I really don't want to leave school. I really don't. Good luck, hon. Thanks, TJ. Oh, TJ at my school. Bradley. Oh no. Science is no for me. Oh, Bradley, go away.
Oh, is that Bradley kid that you were always on?
On the phone too, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you knew me, to be honest. She was probably thinking, who's this girl talking to me? No, I know you're Olivia. I need a pen. I need a pen to start off with. Oh.
Stop looking at this one.
Just wanted to see the way you just did that. Obviously, like, when we go into our exams, we get these
Pen.
Oh, look at all these colouring pens, colours. You must know the colours. What? You get these black pens, and I never give them back. Let me tell you, I've got piles of these in my drawer and never give them back because I'm like, you know, when I go to college and my equipment's done.
You're actually really annoyed about college.
What?
You don't shut up about it.
I know, I'm really scared, that's why. I'm really scared for college.
Why?
Don't know. As you can tell, they're all out the exams. And I've had
Where are your legs going?
my lids. These? Oh, these are like old ones that I've just stole from classes. Right. Go into Tameside College. No, Tameside. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Tameside for dumb people, joking. If you go to Tameside, I'm not judging. I just don't. It's not for me. I'm going to Ashton Sixth Form. What exam are you doing? I'm doing chemistry paper 1, and I'm obviously going to get into it because I'm never going to do it if I don't start. Where are you from? From Manchester. Okay. I'm from Manchester. Right. Obviously, I stole all this paper from Miss Patel. Nah, jokes. I didn't steal it. I just thought I'd never give it back because it's now mine to revise. Right. So if you do have this book, you go to page 96 because it's going to start off with atoms. And if you also have this book, you'll see right at the back of the book, it has the periodic table, which I'm going to get my planner out for the periodic table, so then I don't have to find it, which is right there.
What does that mean?
It's just a periodic table, you know, where all the atoms and elements and, you know. Wait, let me see where the mass number. Okay, atomic number. If you didn't know, the atomic number is the bottom number. So if you go to a periodic table like this, the bottom number is the atomic number, which is a proton, however you like to say it. And the top number is the mass number, which is a nucleon number. Never learned about a nucleon number. So I'm just going to pretend like I know what I'm going on about. No, I'm joking. Right, so we're going to start off with atoms. So, why is nucleus going on? Right, so if you know what electrons are, which you should, if you're in year 11, you should definitely know what electrons are. Which I'm going to show you on this page. So say, no, I'm just going to draw it for you. Seeing as I got some yellow paper. So if you draw electrons, I'm just going to show you an example. So say it's a chlorine. No, what's Cl? Cl, yeah, chlorine, same thing. 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's 7 on the outer shell. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, why am I about to put 8? So it basically looks like this. Now ignore my 10-year-old drawing. It's horrendous. I know. It's horrendous. But basically, if you've got 17, you'll have 2 on the inside, 8 on the middle. Let's say in, middle, outer. So the inner, you'll have 2. You'll always have 2. If you have more than 2, you've instantly failed. You're instantly a failure. But really, this is for learning. On the middle, you'll have 8. unless you've only got like 7. And if you had 7, you'd have 2 on the inside and you'd have 5 on the outside, but that would probably never happen unless you've got bad luck and get that. And then you've got 7 on the outside. So say you've got 7 on the outside, you'd have to find one that's got 7 on the outside. No, you probably have to find one that's got 1 missing. So you could do another chlorine, which would then, I'll show you. I will just show you because explaining it just doesn't go well with me. So say XX, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so I've got the middle and the inner and the middle. And then what you'll begin to do is draw another circle that actually joins to the chlorine. So say you're doing chlorine and chlorine, you will add the chlorine to the chlorine, so I'll show you it. So it basically be like that. So you'd have your outer shell, which is here. So the 2 outer shells will be inside because they're gonna start sharing electrons. So do 1 X's and 1 circle, so I'll show you now. So do your 6 on the outer shell. Just do your 6 on the outer shell for now, yeah, if you're doing it. 6 on the outer shell, and then you'll do 6 circles on the other one, which I'm not going to colour in because I'm too lazy to do that. So it'd be like this. I forgot the 8 on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd be like that. And then you'd have this. So you've got 1 atom, element, atom, electron. How could I forget that? What's my life? Electron. So you'd have 1 electron left from your X chlorine, and you'll have 1 electron from your circle chlorine, which will then go in the middle. So then they both share 1 each, which will then make 8. So it will look something like that. I think you can do the same with oxygen and chlorine. I'm not sure. I was doing it before. Got it right here. So you can do like, say you did hydrogen. If you did hydrogen and hydrogen, which is hydrogen has 1 electron. So say hydrogen has 1 electron, just one, just this one. So if you wanted to join them together, you would have to do a circle, 1, and then you will join them together, which you will then have X in a circle. Hydrogen will only ever have 2 circles on it, if you know what I mean, like, because hydrogen only has 1 electron. So if you combine 2, you'll get 2 electrons. Posh, please don't start snoring. What? How was your lit? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Where are you from? I am from Redcar. Okay, I'm not sure where that is. How was your lit exam today? I thought it was an alright exam. Lit exam today was amazing actually, and shame if you're going into year 11 next year, because we actually got the easiest way out. We got Macbeth and Scrooge with Jacob Marlowe, which was probably the easiest people you could revise, because they're the only ones that I really did revise, I'm not gonna lie. Do you ever, wait, which is in Teesside? Tameside's in Ashton. Tameside College is in Ashton, but I'm going Ashton 6th form, which is in Ashton. Do you ever need science to get into college? No, you need English and maths. Definitely English and maths. Otherwise you have to resit it. But don't go by the college's rules. So if it say you need like 4 4s to get into some subject, never go for 4 4s, because if you don't like that subject that you're actually doing, you've got more options to then change it. Do you, Imogen, do you not reveal too much, please? Do not reveal too much, please. Should not be asking where you are from. Oh no, Manchester's fine. I'm not telling you my town. Oh wait, that is my town. No, it's not. Ignore me. Just ignore me. What's your top tip for revising? I'm scared, you know. My top tip for revising is actually draw pictures. If you draw pictures and label it or do something like that, it really helps you to remember it. Like, say you draw in geography, say you draw on a house with smoke would be pollution, because pollution's going into the air. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, hey, hi Finley. Jacob, good luck with your exam to everyone taking it. Thanks, Jacob. Must close just now, but every good. Thanks, Carol. What grade are you getting in chemistry? It's very hard, so that's a hard question. Funny story, because I'm dyslexic. I get a reader in my exam and she got her toes out, so I wrote an essay about her toes instead of okay. Portia, did you hear that? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh. Are you on foundation paper or higher? I'm on foundation paper. What exam are you doing? Chemistry paper 1, triple or foundation. I'm doing foundation. I'm foundation. Great for you. I'm higher combined science. This could help higher combined science, but I'm not doing higher combined science because I don't know anything higher combined. I wish I did combined science. I wish I did combine sometimes. Okay. Combined higher was, I don't know why that's meant to say bull, you know. I'm not, no. I'm triple, wish I never chose it. Triple's pretty hard, but it's fine. Well, I can't say it's fine because I'm not doing it, but, you know, all the best. Yeah, is Foxglove and beta blockers. Oh my god, beta blockers. I opened that, there was maths on it, and I was just skip them, guessed everything on there. I was just like, yep, don't know what beta blocker is. Just close the paper. Just close the paper. No more. I do mine next year. Good luck. Trust me, man doesn't even know what electrolysis is. Electrolysis. Is electrolysis on bio? Wait, what? Give me a second. I don't think electrolysis is on chemistry, is it? Element. No. Wait, electrolysis is on biology, isn't it? Oh my god, electrolysis. Okay, it's on page 132. Okay, I'll do electrolysis, same as the way I've just explained electrolysis. I do not know. So, we'll do electrolysis, which I actually think I did today. No, I didn't. I did like bonding and stuff like that. Okay, right, we'll do electrolysis. I've told you about how What are they called again? Wow. Right, we'll do electrolysis. Seeing as that's let me read these and then we'll go through electrolysis, lol. Or how to balance equations. Never, don't worry, balance isn't that hard. I'm covalent bonds. We'll go through covalent bonds as well. Dot and cross diagrams are apparently coming up. Dot and cross. Yeah, I think they come up every year. They're quite easy to be honest, agreed. Still gonna fail though, don't worry. Don't put yourself down. You won't fail if you try. This is too late to be doing this. It's alright as long as I'm ready for tomorrow. Fail is key to success, nope. Failure is not the key to success. I want to be a midwife, so I have to know science. I know, right, 10 p.m. revision, it's great. How did you do on the English lit? I'm expecting I did amazing. Our exam is in 9, what are we doing? You're all good, Imogen. Monk is a big place. I know, agreed, trust me. You're gonna get top there. Manchester's actually a pretty nice place. I wouldn't say the same about London. Depending where you live. You're so weird. Thanks. I know. Can't be normal, can you? We need to speak more before you leave. I know. I am about to head out. Alright, see you later. We're in photography tomorrow. I'm not, I'm doing English revision. Did you hear that biology papers got leaks to everyone? I don't want to resit. I don't want to resit biology paper. I swear that was just a lie. No. Is the negative part of electrolysis the cathode or anode? The negative part of electrolysis. Right, the negative ions in electrolysis move towards the anode. So they move toward the anode. Positive ions in the I don't know how to say that word, so excuse me. It's spelled Electrolyte. So I'm just gonna say it's electrolysis. Positive ions in the move towards the cathode. Well, that's in brackets. It says negative electrode, and where it says anode. So anode is actually the positive electrode. Let me start again for you because this might be confusing. Cathode is negative. Anode is positive. So a positive moves towards a negative anode moves... Anode? What? Are you alright? Negative ions move towards the anode, which is positive. So yeah. I'm learning so much right now. Positive anode, negative is cathode. Just remember that word, panic. Positive move to the cathode. Positive, yeah. Positive move towards the negative, which is the cathode. Cathode. Why do I say cathode like that? So obviously I've got some yellow card because I'd rather do it on yellow revision cards. So start off by putting positive in brackets and anode, yeah. I'm not smash this exam if this comes up. So positive anode, negative cathode. By the way, threw all of my Macbeth and Christmas Carol stuff away today. That was not even staying in my basket. I'm failing the maths part and it's like 20% of the paper. I won't say I'm going to panic. Positive anode, negative is cathode. Yes. Yes. Yes it is. Just popped on to say hiya, but you've lost me, lol. Anyways, hi Imogen Horn. Hi, Mrs. M. I'm doing chemistry revision, so if you lost, you're not anymore. Obviously it's the chemistry paper tomorrow, so feel free to learn. That's all I know. Right, well, an electrolysis is just, why do I say that? Like, it's not, it doesn't even say electrolysis. It says why don't we just get Siri to tell us? Right, let's go to, I'm going to find out what this word says because I don't know what it actually says. Like, great one. Oh, let's all listen to this.
Electrolyte.
Electrolyte. I've been saying it's electrolysis. It's electrolyte. So an electrolyte is just a liquid or solution that can conduct electricity. That's easy. So electrolyte. Let me just Fortnite or revision. Definitely not Fortnite because I don't like Fortnite. Minecraft, no. Neither, no. Minecraft, no. Electrolyte is something else. Electrolyte is actually electrolysis. I'm not sure whether you need to know it, but it's always good to just learn it as you go. Oh my god. Right, it says that I froze, so I'm just gonna... Can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, right, if you can still hear me, that's fine. It's not really that you need to see me anyway. But yeah, we'll just, if it unfreezes, you know. Well, higher, as you're doing higher, you can still learn stuff off the actual foundation book. So if you want to stay, learn electrolysis, because electrolysis is probably, now I'm only just finding out what it is. But yeah, ow. Don't sit in the same position. If you can still hear me. If you can still hear me. So an electrolyte is just a liquid or solution that can conduct electricity. For example, an ionic compound that's either dissolved in water or melted, so it's a liquid. So if you don't know what dissolved is, which everybody should know dissolved, it's like, say, actually melted is what I was going to say. Melted is like, say it was a solid and it melted into a liquid, so ice, is a solid. Ice can melt into a liquid. Ow. Oh my god, I've got pins and needles in my foot. How? Yeah, higher is foundation plus more, so stay tuned. And dissolved into water is like sugar. Say you're making a cup of tea, sugar will dissolve, which is, yeah, sugar will dissolve in tea. So if you don't know the difference between melted and dissolved, dissolved is like something that actually disappears, so sugar disappears, and ice turns into water, which is melting. But it depends what melting point it is, because obviously ice doesn't have a really high freezing point, whatever you call it. You might think it's very cold. Yes, it's a freezer, but to say it's minus like what, 20 something? Say other things like an iceberg, that's probably like minus 50. So it's not as cold as the Antarctica, as you know. So melting point is low. So if it hits room temperature, it's melting. So dissolving water. So electrolyte is a liquid or solution that can conduct electricity, which is compound that's either dissolved in water or melted, so it's a liquid. Now we're going to go on to 2. Example 2. An electrode is a solid that is put into an electrolyte and conducts electricity. So I'll repeat that again. An electrode is a solid. An electrode is a solid that is put in the electrolyte and conducts electricity. So if you don't understand what conducts electricity means, conducts electricity. It takes in electricity. Right, that's compounds. That's covalent, alloys. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. In electrolysis, an electric current is passed through an electrolyte. The ions move towards the electrodes where they react. The compound then breaks down. I know it's frozen, you're just going to have to listen to me. It wasn't frozen before, and I'm not sure why it's frozen, but I'm not sure how to unfreeze it, other than going off the live and starting it again. What if you melt sugar and put it into tea? Well, I think sugar has a high melting point. No, it can't, can it? Because yeah. If you melt in sugar on its own, it's much harder. It's like caramel, but it burns. So if it touches your skin, it'll burn you. Caramel touches your skin, it'll burn you. But yeah, don't plan on melting sugar, because it's like making candy floss. When you've put it into your mouth, took it out, and it's like that when candy floss is wet. It's literally like that. That is how it will turn out. You can't put that into like your cup of tea, because it's just like having burnt sugar, which just don't do. How's you? I know everything but particles, so I'm alright. You know everything but practicals. Practicals, so I'm alright. Yeah, not bad, thank you. So obviously I've told you about positive ions, which is an anode, negative ions, which is a cathode. If you don't know, positive ions move towards the cathode, which is negative. negative moves towards the anode, which is positive. So, you know, you get the positive and the negative charge. Electrolysis of molten ionic solids forms elements. I'll do the ions of uncharged elements first. The ions from the uncharged elements, the ions are said to be discharged from the electrolyte. A flow of charge is created through the electrolyte as the ions travel to the electrodes. So if you don't know what the electrodes are, it's the negative and the positive ions. So cathode, negative electrode. Anode, positive electrode. So if you do anode, if you say anode, easiest way to remember anode is an, like a, add. You can refer it to a, add. So add is positive. That's like taken away is negative. So a, you can always think of a, add, which is anode, positive, plus. So a plus equals positive. Cathode, negative, because anode you already know is positive. Molten ionic compounds can be, right, so we're going on to electrolysis of the molten ionic solids forms elements. So molten ionic compounds can be electrolyzed because the ions can move freely and conduct electricity. So if they can move freely, this means that they're able to move, slide, they can go in different directions, and positive can move to negative, negative can move to positive, which then equals it out. So molten ionic liquids are always broken up into their elements. The metal forms at the cathode, which is negative. The non-metal is formed at the anode. So metal is formed at the negative. Metal forms at the negative, which is cathode. So, you know, metal. So if you ever think metal, cathode, metal forms at the cathode. The non-metal the non-metal is formed at the anode. So non-metal, positive, metal, negative. When the molten lead bromine is electrolyzed, lead forms at the cathode and bromine forms at the anode. So lead, I meant lead, not lead. I meant lead. Oh my god. Yeah, anode. CPC ANA equals caution, positive, cathode, onions, negative, anode. Right, now we're going to move, so, oh yeah, lead. So when molten lead bromine is electrolyzed, lead is formed by the negative, which is cathode. Bromine forms at the anode, which is positive. So lead, negative, bromine, positive, lead, cathode, bromine, anode. Ow, my leg. Ouch. Also, if you've just come on, Volcanic positive is anode, negative is cathode. Yes. See, you can learn something from me. Who knew? Obviously, if you just come on the live, it's froze. Not sure why. Don't know when it froze. You know. Imogen, are you okay if I come off? Yeah. I don't think you're in high school, so I don't think you need to know any of this. And I don't think it's really fascinating watching a frozen screen if you're not doing a GCSE. But yeah, it's fine. Metals can be extracted from their ores using electrolysis. So aluminium, if you know that, which is in group. If you look on the periodic table, aluminium, let's find aluminium. Found it. It is in group 3. Yeah, it's in group 3, the second one down. So group 3, second one down. So aluminium is extracted from an ore that contains aluminium oxide, Al2O3. Aluminium oxide is a very high melting point, so it's mixed. So a very high melting point, it needs to be extremely hot for aluminium to be melted with a substance called cryolite. That's what it looks like. Cryolite. This lowers the melting point, which then means that aluminium has a lower melting point, meaning that it can melt easier. The positive ions, the positive aluminium 3 plus ions are attracted to the negative electrode where they form aluminium atoms, which is the cathode. The negative oxygen 2 minus ions are attracted to the positive electrode where they are reacted from O2 molecules, which is oxygen, which is the anode. So metals from the positive ions, they are attracted to the negative electrode. Aluminium is produced at the negative electrode. So metals from positive ions, which is anode, they are attracted to the cathode electrode. Aluminium is produced at the cathode. So I'm saying cathode electrode, it's literally just cathode. I don't know why I'm saying electrode because that's not really needed. I have no clue what you're on about. Good luck, lovely. You'll smash it. Thanks, Laura. Hi everyone, I've just left a comment on your last video. Okay. CPCNAA. N-A-N-A. Why have I just said that? Right. CPCANA. Might have to go through all these comments now and be like, yes. Right. Caution, positive cathode, anode, negative snowed. Caution, positive cathode, anode, negative snowed. Oh, that's meant to say anode, yeah. Caution's positive cathode, anions, negative anode. Okay. Okie dokie. Non-metals form negative ions, which is cathode. They're attracted to the positive electrode, which is anode. Oxygen is produced at the positive electrode, anode. So oxygen is produced at the anode. If you didn't know. So aluminium oxide is never put an equals, put an arrow. Aluminium oxide, arrow, aluminium plus oxygen. Right, now we're going to go on to, we're finished, electrolysis. Now, if you're on foundation, done a bobs. I really need to stop saying bobs. So if you need to write anything down to remember, which I've got positive, in brackets anode, negative, in brackets cathode. So we're going to go into electrolysis of wait, what? I don't even know what that says either. Aqueous solutions. Aqueous. Right, okay, that's paper 2. Okay, so we only need to learn up to C5. Yeah, we do. Reaction profiles. So someone said that they needed to learn reactions. Right, we're going to do, somebody said that they needed to learn reactions of metals. I don't think it was reactions of metals. Acids. Is there anything that anybody wants me to go over to help? So before, when I was talking about the simple molecular substances, it was when I was doing the circles and the crosses and the dots, yeah, inside. Bit late, last minute. Yep. Very late. Wow, what time is it? Oh, 10:30. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do one last subject, saying as it is actually pretty late and I need to get some sleep so I don't wake up dizzy. So is there what is a molten? So a molten. Do you mean molecular or molten? I'll go with C, because, you know, my brain. Molten. Molten actually isn't in the chemistry, and I'm only doing molten today. I'll be doing 3 others next week, which will be physics paper 1. I'm back. I hope all going well, Imogen. Yeah. Make sure if you're revising for chemistry paper 1, it is actually only C1 to C5, so don't be going any further. And if you're doing high paper, I'm not doing high paper. I'm doing molten. That's like molten rock, isn't it? Got me confused now. Right, well, I'm gonna go. I've done covalent ionic. Right, we're gonna go through metals and non-metals. No, we're not. I'm doing mine tomorrow too. Good luck for you, Grayson. Our biology was impossible, genuinely. I'm being serious, like, biology was probably one of the hardest subjects that I have actually ever come across. And from that one paper, I can assure you that I'm not getting a 5. And if I do, Molten, it doesn't say on the, give me a second. It doesn't actually say in the contents that there's Molten in it. So, I don't know where you're seeing Molten. Or I don't know whether you're talking about meiosis. No, that's biology 6. Sorry, why am I going off? Atoms, elements, compounds, chemical equations. People apparently, though the grade boundaries were really good last year. You only need 63% for a 9. Well, that's alright, isn't it? Because last year I probably would have got 50%. No, I probably wouldn't have got 50%. But if it's that easy this year. But I think in that for Excel, I'm not in Excel, I'm in Foundation, so it's much harder for me to get a 5 because I need literally the full paper, which is horrendous. Right, we'll go through chemical equations. No, 80% I'd say. So, chemical equations. Chemical reactions are shown using chemical equations. So, say methane plus oxygen is carbon dioxide plus water. The same thing is glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water, but you don't need glucose. You don't need glucose. Let me repeat that. You do not need glucose. Last year was 75 in chemistry. Oh. Hopefully I'm passing this then. So, methane comes from a cow. If you didn't know, a cow farts. Methane is then produced from the cow, which then releases into the air, causing pollution. This is higher chemistry triple. Yeah, I'm not doing higher chemistry, I'm doing foundation. Magnesium plus oxygen, which is 2 Mg plus O2. Magnesium oxide is 2 Mg, big O. So say you were doing which English books did you do? I did Macbeth and A Christmas Carol. Could you go over elements? Yeah, can you go over elements? Of course I can. Of course I can go over elements. Is that even a question? Of course I can. Hi, Mum.
Hi. I think you froze.
I have froze, but I don't think anybody wants to see me anyway. No, she fell asleep, literally. She's a bit bored, isn't she?
Want me to stop it and you can start it again?
Yeah, sure.
Right, 1 minute. We're just going to disconnect and then come back.